Barry Sautman. Barry Victor Sautman, born July 11, 1949, is a professor emeritus with the Division of Social Science at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. He holds both Canadian and American nationalities, and he speaks both English and Cantonese. A political scientist and lawyer by training who primarily teaches international law, he has conducted research about ethnic politics and nationalism in China, as well as China-Africa relations, in cooperation with anthropologist Yan Hairong in the latter field. Graduate education. 1979, Master of Library Sciences, University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA. 1982, Juris Doctor in Law, University of California, Los Angeles. 1981, Minus 82 at NYU School of Law. 1985, Legum Magister in Law, New York University. 1990, Doctor of Philosophy in Political Science, Columbia University, New York. The title of his Ph.D. thesis is Retreat from Revolution: Why Communist Systems Deradicalize. Work experience. From 1983 to 1985, he was a law clerk, and from 1985 to 1991, an attorney. From fall 1990 to spring 1991, he was an adjunct assistant professor at California State University, Northridge, teaching courses in U.S. politics. In 1991-1992, he was a visiting assistant professor in comparative politics at the Johns Hopkins University Nanjing University Center for Chinese and American Studies in Nanjing, China. He taught courses in comparative politics, law and society, political development, and U.S.-China relations. From 1993 to 2000, he was an assistant professor in the Division of Social Science at Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, then from 2000 to 2008, an associate professor at the same university. In 2000 to 2003, he was also a visiting fellow in the Department of East Asian Studies at Princeton University. He taught undergraduate courses in international law, politics, law and society, China-US relations, political development, and comparative politics, and also graduate courses in nationalism, ethnicity, and U.S. hegemony. Fields of research. His areas of research have been communist and post-communist systems, Chinese politics, especially ethnic politics, the political, economic, and legal aspects of the Tibet and Xinjiang issues, China-Africa links, the supposed strategic rivalry between the US and China in Africa, and international law, especially human rights. Expertise. His opinions and comments as an expert have been sought by media such as CNN, United States of America Today, The New Yorker, The Manila Times, Digital Journal, the AFP press agency, and various websites. He was interviewed by Radio France International and Voice of America News, and took part in the BBC Radio 4 programme Today. Australian sinologist Colin Mackerras, an emeritus professor at Griffith University, sees Barry Sautman as probably the main contributor to Tibet studies in Hong Kong's universities, at least in English. His research focuses on contemporary Tibet and uses history to shed light on it. As a scholar, he is tremendously productive. Although he does not speak Tibetan and is not a specialist of Tibetan culture, he balances this lack with profound understanding of world history and international law. He views law and political science as his main areas of expertise. His stand on Tibet-related issues is akin to that of China, whose historical and legal claims to Tibet he supports. As this is not a fashionable stand in Western countries, he has become a controversial figure. On the other hand, because he is so well informed and his research is so thorough, he is often asked to put across pro-Chinese positions in venues dealing with Tibet. Reception. On account of his refutation of the claim of a physical and cultural genocide in Tibet, his underlining of the various benefits, rights, and material gains Tibetans have reaped from the region's modernization, and his indictment of what he calls ethno-nationalism on the part of exiled Tibetans, Barry Sautman has drawn criticism from writers supportive of an independent or free Tibet such as Jamyon Norbu and Elitz Berlin. Jamyon Norbu called Sautman a running dog propagandist in 2008 and accused him of selectively using of dubious facts and figures, skillfully applying academic gobbledygook, and jumping to conclusions without citing evidence. Sautman responded to Norbu's criticism in an article in Fail.com, stating being attacked by Jamyon Norbu is like being criticized by John Bolton. Australian sinologist Colin Mackerras sees Barry Sautman as the main contributor to Tibet studies in Hong Kong's universities. He added that Sautman has become a controversial figure because his stand on Tibet is not fashionable in the West, but he is also so well informed and his research is so thorough. Publications. Barry Sautman has published articles and studies in peer-reviewed journals specializing in law, hostile labor and employment law journal, Pacific Rim Law and Policy Journal, Texas International Law Journal, Chinese Journal of International Law, Stanford Journal of International Law, Rutgers Race and Law Review, Economic and Social Policies, Pacific Affairs, Problems of Post-Communism, History, Current History, International Relations, World Affairs, Asia, the Journal of Asian Studies, the Asia-Pacific Journal, Japan Focus, and especially China Information, the China Quarterly, Modern China, Africa, African Studies Review, African and Asian Studies, South African Labour Bulletin. He co-authored a number of articles with Irene Ng, Bai Geng-hee, Yan Hairong, Kenneth King, as well as monographs with Xu Hing-lo, Ellen Neans. He co-edited a collective book with Jean Chufel-Dreyer. He has also contributed opinion articles to newspapers The South China Morning Post in Hong Kong and The Guardian. Journal articles. 1985. The meaning of well-founded fear of persecution in United States asylum law and in international law, Fordham International Law Journal, Vol. 9, Issue 3, pp. 483-539, 1997. The Tibet Question, Meeting the Bottom Lines, in Problems of Post-Communism, Vol. 44, Issue 3, pp. 1524, 1998. Preferential Policies for Ethnic Minorities in China, The Case of Xinjiang, in Nationalism and Ethnic Politics Special Issue, Nationalism and Ethno-Regional Identities in China, Vol. 4, Issue 1-2, 1998, pp. 86-118, 1998. Affirmative Action, Ethnic Minorities and China's Universities, in Pacific Rim Law and Policy Journal, University of Washington, Vol. 7, Issue 1, 1998, pp. 77-86, 1999. Ethnic Law and Minority Rights in China, Progress and Constraints, in Law and Policy, Vol. 21, Issue 3, pp. 283-314, July 1999-2000. Is Xinjiang an internal colony? In Inner Asia. 2, Issue 2, pp. 239-271, 2000. Association, Federation and Genuine Autonomy, the Dalai Lama's Proposals and Tibet Independence, in China Information, Vol. 14, pp. 3191, 2001. Is Tibet China's colony? The Claim of Demographic Catastrophe, in Columbia Journal of Asian Law, Vol. 15, Issue 1, Vol. pp. 81-131, 2001. Tibet, Myths and Realities, in Current History. A Journal of Contemporary World Affairs, September 2001, Vol. 100, Issue 647, pp. 278-283, 2003. Cultural Genocide in Tibet in Texas International Law Journal, Vol. 38, Issue 2, pp. 173-246, 2005. China's Vulnerability to Ethnic Minority Separatism in Tibet, in Asian Affairs and American Review, Vol. 31, Issue 2, pp. 87-118, 2006. Colonialism, Genocide in Tibet in Asian Ethnicity, Vol. 7, Issue 3, pp. 243-265, 2007. With Yan Hairong, Friends and Interests, China's Distinctive Links with Africa, in African Studies Review, Volume 50, No. 3, pp. 75-114, 2008. With Yan Hairong, Fu Manchu in Africa, The Distorted Portrayal of China's Presence in the Continent, in South African Labour Bulletin, November, Vol. 31, Issue 5, pp. 34-38, 2008. Barry Sautman's response to Chairman Nobu's opinion piece Running Dog Propagandists, Fail, com, August 4, 2008. Protests in Tibet and Separatism. The Olympics and Beyond Expanded Version, in China Left Review, Issue 1, 2008. With Kenneth King. Steven Spielberg, China and Darfur, in China Left Review, Issue 1, 2010. Vegetarian Between Meals. The Dalai Lama, War and Violence, in Positions East Asia Cultures Critique, Vol. 18, Issue 1, pp. 89-143, 2010. Tibet's Putative Statehood and International Law in Chinese Journal of International Law, Vol. 9. Issue 1, pp. 127-142 2011. With Yan Hairong. Gilded outside, shoddy within, the Human Rights Watch report on Chinese copper mining in Zambia, in the Asia-Pacific Journal, Japan Focus, Vol. 9. Issue 52, No. 1, December 26. Translation into French under the title Néocolonialisme et racisme, critiques d'une entreprise minière in Société de Stratégie, May 2012-2011. With Yan Hairong. The Right Dissident Liu Xiaobo and the Nobel Peace Prize, in Positions, East Asia Cultures Critique, Vol. 19, Issue 2, pp. 581-613 2012. Tibet Suicidal Politics in East Asia Forum, March 21, 2012. With Yan Hairong. Chasing Ghosts, Rumors and Representations of the Export of Chinese Prison Labor to Developing Countries, in China Quarterly, No. 210, June, pp. 398-418 Abridged Chinese Version, 2013 Chinese letter, full Chinese version and Chinese letter and Chinese letter. Chinese letter 2012 Chinese letter Chinese letter 2013 Ethic Policies, China vs US and India, The Adelaide Review, September 10. Book Chapters. 1995. Theories of East Asian Intellectual and Behavioral Superiority and the Clash of Civilizations, in Racial Identities in East Asia, Victor Sautman ed. Hong Kong, Division of Social Science, Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, pp. Myths of Dissent, Racial Nationalism and Ethnic Minorities in the People's Republic of China, in Frank Dickert ed. The Construction of Racial Identities in China and Japan, Historical and Contemporary Perspectives, University of Hawaii Press, Honolulu, pp. 75-95. 1999. Year of the Yak, The Tibet Question in Contemporary U.S.-China Relations, in the Outlook for U.S.-China Relations following the 1997-1998 Summits, Chinese and American Perspectives on Security, Trade, and Cultural Exchange, edited by Peter H. Cohen, Joseph Y. S. Cheng, Chinese University Press, Hong Kong, 403 pp. Expanding Access to Higher Education for China's National Minorities, Policies of Preferential Admission in China's National Minority Education Culture, Schooling, and Development, edited by Gerarda Postigliani, Fama Press, New York, pp. 173-210-2000. Legal Reforms and Minority Rights in China, in Handbook of Global Legal Policy, Stuart Nagel ed. CRC Press, 560 pp. Hong Kong as a semi-ethnocracy, Race, Migration, and Citizenship in a Globalized Region, in Agnes Koo and Poningai eds. Remaking Citizenship in Hong Kong, Community, Nation, and the Global City, Riot New York, pp. 115-138 2005-2006. With Bei Ganghe, The Politics of the Dalai Lama's New Initiative for Autonomy in Pacific Affairs, Vol. 78, Issue 4, Winter 2005-2006, pp. 601-629 Ausis La Tita Dalai Lama's New Initiative for Autonomy in Paula Banerjee and Samikumar Das Seds, Autonomy, Beyond Kant and Hermeneutics, Anthem Press, London, 2007, pp. 235-260. 2006. Introduction, Cultural Genocide in International Context and Tibet and the Misrepresentation of Cultural Genocide, in Victor Sautman ed. Cultural Genocide and Asian State Peripheries, Palgrave Macmillan, New York, 279 pp. 137 and 165-279. Introduction, The Tibet Question in Contemporary Perspective with Yan Hairong and Demographic Annihilation in Tibet, in Victor Sautman and Junji Fuldreya eds. Contemporary Tibet Politics, Development and Society in a Disputed Region, Me Shop, Armonk, pp. 322, pp. 230-257, 2012. Ethnicity in China, Politics, Policies and Consequences in Handbook of Contemporary China, edited by William South Tay, Alvin Y. So, World Scientific, New Jersey, Hong Kong. Op-ed Pieces. 2010. The Tibetan Impasse, in South China Morning Post, 11 September 2010 with Yan Hairong Medal Contention, in South China Morning Post, 12 October 2010 with Yan Hairong. Do supporters of Nobel winner Liu Xiaobo really know what he stands for? In The Guardian UK, December 15. Editorship. 1995. Racial Identities in East Asia, edited by Victor Sautman, Hong Kong, Division of Social Science, Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. Proceedings at the International Conference held in Hong Kong on November 25 and 26, 1994-2006. Cultural Genocide and Asian State Peripheries, edited by Victor Sautman, Palgrave Macmillan, New York, 2006. Contemporary Tibet, Politics, Development and Society in a Disputed Region, edited by Victor Sautman and June Cheevel-Dreyer, Mishop, Ormont. Monographs. 1990. Retreat from Revolution. Why Communist Systems to Radicalize, University Microfilms International, Ann Arbor, Michigan, 1990, 669 page 1995. With Xu-Hing Lo, The Tibet Question and the Hong Kong Experience, Maryland Occasional Paper/Reprints Series in Contemporary Asian Studies No. 2 1995, 127, 82p. With Ellen Nehans, The Politics of Racial Discrimination in Hong Kong, Maryland Monograph Series in Contemporary Asian Studies No. 2-2002, 169, 83p. With Yan Hairong, East Mountain Tiger, West Mountain Tiger, China, Africa, the West, and Colonialism in Africa, Maryland Monograph Series in Contemporary Asian Studies, No. 3-2006, 186, 77p. All That Glitters Is Not Gold, Tibet as a Pseudo-State, Maryland Series in Contemporary Asian Studies, No. 3-2009, 86p. With Lai Ying. Public Diplomacy from Below, the 2008 Pro-China Demonstrations in Europe and North America, University of Southern California Annenberg School Center on Public Diplomacy Series, Paper No. 11, 2012. With Yan Hairong, The Chinese Are the Worst. Human Rights and Labor Practices in Zambian Mining, Maryland Series in Contemporary Asian Studies, 2012. Other academic services. Founder of the journal Asian Ethnicity and member of its board of editors, author of reviews in China Quarterly, China Journal, Pacific Affairs, Asian Ethnicity, East Asia. Lectures. In 2013, Professor Sautman was the speaker at the Adelaide Confucius Institute's annual public lecture. Reviews of the author's contributions. In China Journal, July 2006, issue 56p. 213, review by Mark Stevenson of Contemporary Tibet Politics, Development, and Society in a Disputed Region in China Review International, Spring 2007, Fall. 14, issue 1p. 203, review by Ronald Schwartz of Contemporary Tibet Politics, Development, and Society in a Disputed Region,